Good morning, Florida lacrosse fans. It's Friday, May 20th. Sorry for the off schedule from yesterday, but a client of mine came into town unexpectedly, and yesterday for breakfast was the only time, excuse me, I could get in touch with him. So unfortunately, we did move it to today. Sorry about that, and hopefully you'll be tuning in Tuesdays and Thursdays going forward. That's the planned schedule in the off season. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Lee Roggenberg, your host. Perfect way to start the day. Okay, let's get the little things out of the way first. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please do so. We're continuing to add a couple every other day or so. Excuse me, and certainly looking forward to getting to that 1,000 mark. So maybe by the end of the summer. Okay. And also, please, like the videos if you can. All right. First story from yesterday. The Florida Gators in the quarterfinals of the NCAA women's title went down to the Maryland Terrapins 18-5. It was actually 8-5 when I had to turn it off for a little while. And so Maryland obviously took care of business from that point on. 5 different Gators had 1 goal each. They finished 17-5 on the season, finishing the season very strong on quite a winning streak until this game, obviously. So great season for the Gators. Congratulations to Coach O'Leary. And that brings us down to 1 Florida team left in a championship, and that's the Tampa men. Tomorrow they'll be playing at home at 1 o'clock. They're hosting Limestone, the NCAA Division II semifinal matchup. And we're all kind of in Tampa's boat on this one, hoping that they'll get to the final. It'll be the first time a Sunshine State Conference team has done so since St. Leo, I guess about 5 years ago now. Also did the thing, and it would be great to have a Tampa national championship on the men's side to pair up with the Florida Southern one that we won, I guess, 3-4 years ago on the women's side. So good luck to the Spartans tomorrow. The MCLA came out with their final polls. University of Florida, number 10 in Division I. Florida Gulf Coast, number 14 in Division II, and Florida Atlantic, number 16 in Division II. Those schools took a bit of a hit because none of them won their MCLA tournament game. Okay. The IWLCA came out with their Division II All-Americans. First team, Carolyn Gastonguay, senior from Rollins, on attack. Second team was Abby Hammond, graduate student, Florida Southern, on defense. Spanish River's Lizzie Lynch, senior, Florida Southern, on attack. Elizabeth Ninesling, senior, Embry Riddle, midfielder. Danielle Waters, senior, Tampa, on defense. On the third team was Sydney Hill, sophomore, Lynn attack. Murphy McDonough, senior, Embry Riddle on the attack. Congratulations to all 7 of you. Just going again, showing how tough the Sunshine State Conference is, and look forward to seeing those who are coming back. Even though they're seniors, some of them will definitely have options on a grad year, having another year. I believe Lizzie is coming back for hers, and it looks like it's going to be another great year. And so congratulations to all of them. We'll do the Central Boys All-American list today. This is the Orlando region of USA Lacrosse. And the All-Americans, Jack Green, 2022, midfielder, Montverde Academy. Lawton Dowdell, 2022, attack, Winter Park. Griffin Moore, 2023, midfielder, Winter Park. Paul Pilgrim, 2023 goalie, Winter Park. Ryan Langhoff, 2022 Attack Windermere High School. Logan Sanchez, 2022 Defense Windermere. Josh Donovan, 2022 Midfielder Lake Mary. And Will Wozniak, 2022 Defense Lake Mary. The All-Academic All-Americans. Jordan Rotz, 2022 Midfielders Winter Park. Evan Ryan, 2023 Attack First Academy. Jackson Bennett, 2023 Attack Windermere Prep. Justin Burbano, 2022 Attack West Orange. Zach Jones, 2022 Midfielder Lake Nona. Abraham Pizzuti, 2022 Defense Timber Creek. Jahi Alexander, 2022 Defense Lake Mary. And Ben Greeno, 2022 Midfielder Bishop Moore. The Bob Scott Award winner, Jerry Castillo, 2022 Defender Lake Hal. And the Coach of the Year, Garrick Robinson, Lake Mary. Congratulations to all of you. And those seniors moving on, good luck. We'll follow you on. And those coming back, good luck repeating next year. We had the release from the Nicholas Dworet Memorial Fund, the Swim for Nick Scholarship and Free Swim Clinic. For those who don't know who Nicholas Dworet was, he was one of the victims of the Stoneman Douglas shooting, and his girlfriend was the daughter of the then Taravella, and I believe now Archbishop McCarthy head coach Joe Chiarella. Every year they focus on this. Nicholas was going to UIndy in Indiana on a swimming scholarship, and that's why this is the theme of the fundraising for the Memorial Fund. You do applications. We'll be putting this article up either today or over the weekend. And also there'll be scholarships for swimmers at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, TS Aquatics, and the University of Indianapolis, where we are also offering one or more scholarships to a local swimmer diver from Broward, Palm Beach, and Dade counties. So you'll see the link to the application. The free swim clinic will be on Sunday, August the 21st. And you can read the rest of this at the press release and the links that are provided. We had, when we did our showcase over the weekend, I wanted to read off the list of the coaches who attended, thanking them for their participation and hoping that they got as much out of it as the kids who they trained did. We had Chris Przinski, assistant coach, Jacksonville University, I believe is their defensive coordinator. Will Roberts, their volunteer assistant of Holy Cross. Matt Dugan, the head coach of Dartmouth. Connor Whipple, assistant coach, Bucknell University. Dan Murphy, the assistant coach, University of Michigan. Jason Lang, head coach, University of Montevallo. Nick Cotter, the head coach of Newbury College. Joshua Shingleton, assistant coach, Lees McRae College. Nathan Snitz, assistant coach, Lynn University. Sean Ewart, assistant coach, Florida Southern. Chris Lewis, the head coach of Rollins. Rodney Tapp, head coach, Tusculum College. Nick Taylor, head coach, Haverford. Nico Brands, the assistant coach at Wheaton. Chad Marino, assistant coach, St. Leo. Alec Chisholm, the head coach of Muskingum. Dan Dostuni, assistant coach of Hendricks. Michael Markland, the assistant coach of Southwestern. Patrick Johnson, head coach of Kaiser. Brandon Geldart, assistant coach of Berry. And Jacob Ashton, the head coach of Anderson College. It was very nice me meeting all of you, getting to work with you. Look forward to seeing what comes down the pike with your programs and your pursuit of Florida athletes. And thank you very much for your participation. A couple of things last night on the girls' D1. Olivia Adamson with a goal for Syracuse and their loss to Northwestern in the quarterfinals. And Heritage Delway's Caitlin Wurzburger actually scored the game winner Turned out to be the game winner for North Carolina over Stony Brook in the NCAA quarterfinals. Game I watched a chunk of, and I can tell you that it was a heck of a game. Stony Brook gave every bit that they had against the number one team in the nation and really held them down in check on the defensive end. Okay. Niceville's Marek Albiero signed his letter of intent to Kaiser. Marek, please fill out your submit recruit questionnaire that I linked to you on the Twitter thread. So looking forward to seeing and learning about you. One other thing I'm finding interesting, I'm kind of, I noticed, for instance, that a lot of high schools that have taped games have started to put them up on their websites. And if you're listening out there, if you tape your games and you're not part of the NFHS package, and you're in the habit of broadcasting those games on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever, please let us know. Believe me, I would love to create a larger collection of games that we can watch. Those, remember, a couple of times I went prime time and tried to do sort of a studio show. If I knew about these games and they were being broadcast live, I would love to find a way to do a live cut-in for a couple minutes at a time, just to bring your game to our broadcast, as well as being able to have updated scores as we go along. So please, if you're listening out there, let your coaches know and your administrators know if you are taping and broadcasting your own games, and even if you're just putting them up after the season, please let us know so that we can spread the word. Because believe me, in the summertime, there are days when I'm sitting there saying to myself, God, I wish I had a game I could watch. And that's a perfect time. I saw, for instance, this morning that the Berlin-St. Andrews playoff game from 2021, which looks to be very high quality with a couple of announcers. I just noticed that today for the first time. And believe me, I'm going to sit down and watch that game when I get a chance. Now, one of the things, some of you have been kind of wondering about, would I do game recaps for the Final Four games? I think that's also something that would fit into a great period of time and a slower period in the summer. As I mentioned before, when you're attending 12 games in 3 days, it's not possible for me to do my normal write-ups for each of those games. But maybe there's a possibility I can do all of them in the summertime, assuming that the NFHS broadcasts are completely up there. So we'll schedule that to go in a quieter period, and I definitely will commit to trying to do as many of them as I can, at least as many of them as I can tell from watching. Then maybe I can piece together from the school scorebooks the play-by-play if it's not clear enough, say the numbers aren't clear enough for me to read on the field. But we're going to definitely push much harder this year to fill up the summer with content. So keep tuned and waiting for it. And, believe me, the more that we can do over the summer to keep your interest up, the better. I'm planning on also on Monday putting up a wonderful article that Victor Jewell wrote. Victor, who's been a big contributor for us this year, his son Todd, senior this year at Jupiter, wrote sort of a remembrance based on when he went to wash Todd's uniform for the last time. It triggered a lot of memories, and he thought that it would be kind of neat to write some of them down for us. So we thank Victor. We'll be putting that up on Monday. And, parents, don't, feel free to do the same if you have similar thoughts and desires. I would welcome all of that. We're a community. Let's be willing to share information and content with each other. Okay, as usual, the endings: grow the game, respect the game, honor the game. This is Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News, saying so long from the Sunshine State.